blame me. C major 7, E flat 7, flat 5. You can figure that out now. A7, sharp 5. You can figure that out if you want. You don't have to obey the paper either. If it says A7, sharp 5, they're suggesting you use a sharp 5. They're suggesting you do this and that. For now, you could just play A7, A9, A13, even A11 if you want. But if they're saying you could do an A sharp 5, you can do an A sharp 5 too. And basically what you do now is you just try adding scale tones. And if they tell you something, you can take it as a challenge. Go, oh, well, they want me to do a sharp 5. Let me try a sharp 5. And it doesn't matter. As long as you're getting used to, like, you really only have to know where your scale tones are, add them to your shape, and then alter those scale tones if asked. You know, like if the paper asks you, or if you ask yourself. If you go, well, I want a 9, so I'm going to add a 9. Oh, well, here's a functioning dominant chord. That's the next step. Go, oh, there's a functioning dominant chord, so I could do a sharp 9 instead. I'm just going to move my 9 up a fret. Boom, now I got a sharp 9. Exactly. There's a trick you can do for non-functioning chords as well. Non-functioning dominants. We can talk about that another time. There's also some interesting things to consider when you're going from a 5 to 1 major, which is what we did, versus a 5 to 1 minor. For this week, you just do that 5. You can add sharp 9s, flat 9s, sharp 5, flat 5s. But there's a reason that you might want to do something a little bit different on a 5 to 1 minor. And we can talk about what that is. But basically, there's all these really cool options and possibilities. And what you have right now is more than enough, because the idea is you want to turn to a page and then try it, and then turn to another page and try it. So you're always practicing playing chords, adding extensions, and then finally adding alterations, and then leave that tune, say goodbye to it, turn to another page, try a new one, because you're going from like playground to playground here, trying out a different arrangement of jungle gym monkey bars and stuff like that. It's not so much about the location, like where you are in town. It's more about the monkey bars. You know what I mean? So we're treating it like that. The song could be a really pretty ballad. It could be really up pace, fast tempo, blazing bebop tune, and we're going to handle them the same way. We're going to handle them like they're asking us to play a chord. Can I play that chord? Can I add a scale tone to that chord? Is this 5 chord functioning? If it is, can I do an alteration? And then it's just like that, you know what I mean? And you just keep doing it, and you do it, and you do it, and you spend time and enjoy making decisions. You can play a 9, 13, 11. As long as you remember some things, like kind of steer, I don't want you to say steer clear of it, because you can do it if you want. Just be fully aware of the tension you will create if you add a 4 to a major triad, and be aware of the tension you'll create if you add a 6 to a minor triad. Cool? Or potentially could create with the minor. It doesn't mean it's going to be bad. It just means, in fact, sometimes it might be just awesome. It might be the perfect tension you were looking for. But knowing when it is and when it isn't has a little more theoretically and deep, in-depth explanation